Dylan Moore is here with us either way. We appreciate you, man. How are you?
Thanks for having me. It's cool to see this. I haven't seen this before.
You've never been up here before?
Never been up here.
Really?
That's so fun. When I was playing, I've never been up here before.
This is where the great Rick Riz sits. This is where Gary.
There's a lot of history in here.
Yeah, there's
cool.
a lot. Yeah, Dave Niehaus. This is a lot of history happening here. Dude, we'll get into what's gone on lately, but just your individual season, you're off to a career best. I mean, you hit 10 home runs last year. You've got 7 already. You're hitting 284 right now with a 330 on base. It feels like watching you look very comfortable up there. Did you do anything different in the offseason, approach, anything, or is it just, hey, I feel good?
Yeah, I definitely made some mechanical adjustments to my swing. That combined with a little bit of just taking all the experience from the 7 years that I've been here and like putting it into action, emotionally, physically, mentally, all that type of stuff, kind of taking what works and what doesn't work. It takes a while to get used to what works and what doesn't, and it's a game of failure. So putting all those things together, coupled with the fact that just trying to be a little bit more aggressive with what I think is a better swing is made me off to a pretty good start.
Dylan, you're getting a chance to play against lefties and righties. Did you get to a point after last year? Because I'm not going to say last year was like a breakout, but did you come into spring training this year? And I don't know if you were vocal about it or you made it known to them saying, look, I want to get to a place where I can literally play every day, even though I'm moving around the infield or moving in different positions. But was that a priority for you to try and be in the lineup every single day, as opposed to saying, you know what, I don't want to have to platoon here and just face lefties if that's kind of the role, and I want to get a chance to play every single day?
Yeah, I mean that's the idea, right? I take a lot of pride in what I do and being able to be versatile and play all over the field. That being said, I'm a competitor and I love baseball and I want to be out there every single day. Every time I'm not out there, it's frustrating to watch I'm cheering on for my teammates and I feel the ups and downs of what they're going through. But to be in there, be a part of it, and help the team win is a better feeling. And I'm cool with either role, and those decisions are above my pay grade, and I'm just doing what I can do, and every day, yeah.
Hey, as far as, and you brought up watching the team and you want to be able to help them, you got hurt early, you had a little hip thing going on. I got to imagine any time you're hurt, it's frustrating because you can't help, as you just talked about. But when you're rolling like the way you are, does that make it worse? Like, man, I was in a groove. I'm seeing the ball. I'm seeing the spin. Everything's working out. And now I got to sit out because I'm on the IL. Is that more frustrating when you're having the kind of start that you had? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, it was definitely a tough decision whether to kind of play through it and be less than 100%, or to kind of just make sure after that 10 days I'm coming back and I'm good to go for the rest of the season. That seemed like the smartest thing to do, just because it kind of taken out the fact that I was rolling, et cetera, et cetera. Risking a little bit more of an injury and a little bit more time off, while also playing not 100% during that time didn't seem like the smartest move for me, especially with what I do across the board. So I was just making sure I knew after 10 days I would totally be good to go. And that seemed like the smartest thing to do.
Hey, in Boston, I asked you about with your hands, right? I was watching some video of you last year, and you mentioned that your hands throughout the season can kind of drop a little bit. Talk to me about that and tell the listeners about that. So I was watching video last year. Your hands are up high. They're up a little bit higher now. And you said to me, I found it interesting. You said, over time they tend to like sort of dip down here a little bit. And you're making a conscious effort of keeping your hands up to get to that pitch, that good velocity fastball up here. Talk to us about that. Like, how do you... I mean, is that something that last year you just forget about and all of a sudden the hands dip? Or talk to us, or is that something that happens as a swing as you take that stride forward?
Yeah, just trying to be able to, with all of the velocity at the top of the zone, basically my idea is that you can't hit the ball, you can't put the barrel below, I guess, above your hands. Nobody tomahawks anymore where the barrel is above your hands at contact. You're always trying to, move up towards the ball, or at least at an even keel space. So having them up and being able to be short to that top part of the zone and then work my way down is much easier than having them down and try to work up to that high heater. That was basically the premise of it. During the season, with the way my load is and the way I want my hands to work, with my body and like the way that they structure each other is kind of the way that they get a little bit lower, and I just have to be conscious of that, and I can usually tell and just try to keep them up. Yeah.
Did you try one of the torpedo bats?
No, I have not. I've been doing okay without it, so I haven't touched it yet.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Is like, were you
We have one
interested,
right
but you're like, I don't want to mess with what's working, or
I mean, it's 1 for 26, or I don't know. What do we have? 13 position players. One guy's used it.
Cal's using it left-handed, right?
I think he's got both now.
Oh, is he hitting from the right side?
I think
with the
so.
torpedo?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Those ones didn't come in, but I think he uses 2 different models.
Yeah, see, I haven't kept up. So he's the only one using it.
He's the only one that I know. Yeah. Some other guys tried it, didn't like it. I mean,
Did you even just feel it just to see?
it feels odd. I haven't swung it at a ball yet, so.
Yeah, it's amazing how that just took off with the Yankees, coincidentally going nuts in their first series, hitting 12 home runs, and everybody said, "It's the torpedo bat. Everybody's got to have them."
I mean, yeah, I'm of the opinion it's the Indian, not the arrow.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's a tough stretch right now. 4 games, getting swept by the Blue Jays, losing the game last night was a tough one. Coming off a situation where you just won 9 consecutive series, and so everything's rolling, especially offensively. You guys as an offensive unit, you're like, oh man, this is stark difference to last year and everything else in regards to the offense. How do you get through? And you're more of a veteran player now on this team. Walking in that clubhouse, is there anything that this team can do to put it in the rearview mirror and move on, or even the vibe in the clubhouse right now?
Yeah, I mean, losing sucks. There's no way around it. However, like you said, we've had some pretty recent success, so it's up to the individual and also the leaders on the team to kind of remind everyone what we were able to do. Baseball is such a trendy thing. You're winning the World Series after you just won 9 series in a row, and now we're going to lose all these games because we lost 4 in a row. So it's kind of like it's up to us to stay as even keel as possible, especially with all the stuff going on around us. What I try to do is take care of the little things, the base running, the stuff on. If you're not doing it on offense, try to do it on defense. Sometimes over the course of a season, the hitting's going to carry us, the late hitting's going to carry us, the pitching's going to carry us, the bullpen's going to carry us. So right now, it seems like maybe none of that's working as well as we would like. So something's got to step up. We got Wu out there tonight. I feel super confident in what he can do. He's shown great ability out there. So there's a million different ways to win a baseball game, and we've shown that we can do that in the last 9 series, and we've gotten unlucky that, the past four games run into some hot teams, but we're capable of rattling off 4 as well. And I think it's just the theme would probably just be about to keep it even and remember the success that we had over those 9 series, and bring that back to the front.
Is it hard not to press when you see 2 of your starters are out, obviously, and Logan Gilbert and Kirby, and you got young guys in there, and is there pressure to, hey, we got to come up with some runs to support these guys? They're scuffling, Bryce Miller's scuffling a bit. Nobody's got their rhythm really. Do you feel it's an offense? Is it hard not to feel like, I got to come up with this hit here? I got a runner on second. I got a runner on third. I got to come through.
Yeah, I think it just goes back to kind of keeping it even keel the whole time. You cannot be worried about what we need in certain situations. Every single time you're up there with a runner in score position, you're trying to get that guy in. Whether you're up by 12, down by 12, you won 100 games, you lost 100 games. So, just keeping it super simple in that regard, and sticking with your approach. You start worrying about that other stuff. That's kind of when you do too much, because you're thinking about that stuff. So, just trying to keep it super simple, stay with your approach, and maximize your efficiency by being really good at what you do, what your strengths are.
Hey, before we let you go, did you see that goofball throwing out the first pitch last night?
Yeah, I've seen that guy before. That guy threw out a first pitch to me when I was a rookie, and he ran up to me and hugged me like he'd known me for years.
I was standing there watching.
I was freaking out. Then I was like, I never want to do that again with that guy. No, he's great.
He tells that story that you were like, all right, you did it. Let go.
Yeah.
We're talking about Adam Ray, by the way, for those listening that don't know. I was standing there watching, and he said, yeah, I gave him a hug that was a little too long.
Yeah, it's come a long way since then.
Yes, he has. Hey, man, it's always fun talking to you. Really appreciate you coming up, and welcome to the booth where all the
this is great. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Now you know where all these great calls when Dylan Moore comes up with a huge hit or a big play in the field. It's all taking place right here.
It's a great view.
Yeah, it's nice. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys.
There you go. There's Dylan Moore of your Seattle Mariners.